Hello and welcome to the Plays the Thing. My name's Matt, and in today's video, as you can kind of see already, I am going to be playing Mansions of Madness. Well, you've seen the title, of course. And this is my first time playing it really ever. I had a little go when I got the game at Christmas. My brother got me this game, one of my brothers. But I haven't really played through it properly. I've gone over all the rules and all that sort of thing, of course, but I'll be kind of discovering this game with you. And so we are doing the easiest scenario of the four that come in the base game, and it's all app driven, as you can see. So I think before I talk about the characters, I'm playing two characters. I'm going to play a little variant on the usual two actions that you get per character. Let's go through the start of this by beginning the scenario. And there's a little bit from H.P. Lovecraft here. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. Okay, let's begin the scenario.
You slump into your office chair after another long day of interviews. You've been investigating the disappearances surrounding a wealthy neighborhood for 2 weeks, but you have nothing to show for it. The telephone rings. You answer and hear the panicked voice of an older man.
Is this the investigator who visited the Vanderbilt estate?
You flip through the files on your desk. William Vanderbilt, a wealthy bachelor, mother recently deceased. He has refused to meet with you, but you were able to speak to several members of his serving staff.
This is Eugene, Mr. Vanderbilt's butler. I didn't know who else to call. The police think I'm crazy. Unnatural things have started happening here. I'm worried for my master. I think he's in danger. Please, help.
Finally, a lead. You hang up the phone, throw on your coat, and leave for the Vanderbilt estate.
Okay, so the butler's worried about Mr. Vanderbilt, and we're going to investigate. Oh, okay. So this is actually different from what I played last time. I set up what I thought was the first tile, but it is not the first tile in this. So let's read this. Your car rattles up the uneven drive, pulling to a stop in front of the estate. Several cars and carriages are parked along the drive. However, the butler who contacted you is nowhere to be seen. You knock on the large oak door to no response. Fearing something has happened, you try the handle, and the door swings open into a lavish entryway. Place the entry hall and bathroom tiles and walls as indicated. Maybe I'd just forgotten. So, bathroom. Okay. Got to look through some tiles here. Yeah, so the variant that I discovered as I was looking this up is that because I'm playing two characters, I need to find a bathroom as well. Because I'm playing two characters, just to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to give myself one movement as well. So I will be able to move and then do my two actions, or use the movement in any place, I guess. There's the bathroom. So we have a hallway. And there is a shelf or something there to block that one off. So I don't know if it's important to use exactly the right pieces, but I will try. You step into the warmth of the house. A strange stillness hangs in the air, and your footsteps echo through the quiet entrance. Place your investigative figures as indicated. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the table. So here you can see I've put the two tiles out. I think there should have been another. Can't really move the thing at the moment, so I think there was another one blocking this entrance. We'll just put that there for now. And then it says on the left wall of the entry hall sits a table with a small pile of papers. Place a search token. So I will. A mysterious painting of a nighttime landscape dominates the right wall. Place a search token there. Yes, I did put a painting there anyway. The silence is broken by muffled shouts and sounds, crashing pots and pans coming from the door on your right. Place an explore token. Right, so that's that door. And explore tokens don't cost an action as far as I can tell. It just means you look into the room. There's an explore icon. You notice a shelf stacked with books and other objects nearby. Pushing it in front of the door could prevent someone or something coming through the door. Place a barricade as indicated. Okay. So we can place a barricade there. The hall continues deeper into the mansion. Place a site token as indicated. An investigator in the hall corner 3 may reveal the adjacent area. Yeah, so that's hall corner 3. 3 other doors lead into the mansion. Place explore tokens as indicated. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we already placed that one. So it's the investigator phase. So we can look at these tokens. So I can click on them. So we can explore through there if we want to. Or we can look at this table. And then there is actually a line along here, which means we have to move into that space. I could also push this table in front of that door. And I can't quite remember. Barricade, I think it is, isn't it? Barricade, yes. As an action, investigator in a space containing a barricade may move the barricade against the door or secret passage, or move the barricade away from the door or secret passage. Yeah, so I think... Shall we block that door? So I should talk about my 2 characters. So I have Father Matteo, which I very cannily... I got this from someone who... I was in a show, a musical, and they made this little thing for me, and I never use it, and I thought I would use it today. So I am Father Matteo. And Father Matteo has really good will, which we will test. And he also has a King James Bible. You or another investigator within range may discard 1 face down horror. So that's good, because horror will kill us eventually. These are the horror symbols for both of them. And if we equal that or get more, we're dead. He also has an Elder Sign pendant. Roll 1 additional die while evading a monster. And he has a spell as well, so he casts spells. You or another investigator within range become focused, then flip this card. And he has his own action. Another investigator within range becomes focused. So we've got the same thing here, actually. Activate this ability only once per round. And focused is an actual thing. So when someone is focused, they get a focus card. And there are several of them. So I actually might give that to Carson as he's got focused as well. And Carson has a crowbar, which gives him +2 attack. And he has a light source, a kerosene lantern. You may discard this card to convert all of these symbols to successes while attacking unarmed. So maybe we should give that to him. Yeah, that'll make sense. Okay, so I could... What shall I do? I think Father Matteo, for that is my name, I'm going to do my one special move that I'm giving myself. Oh no, that's not me. One special move. And then I'm going to investigate this as my first action. The papers stacked on the table are invitations marked with today's date. The stars have come round to their positions in the cycle of eternity. The Vanderbilt Astronomy Association cordially invites you to a celebratory evening. Gain 1 clue, then discard this search token. Clue tokens, that's the name I was looking for. So that's one of our actions. And then we are also here, so we could... should we investigate this as well? A mysterious painting of a landscape under the night sky overlooks the lavish entryway. So yeah, I'm going to do this. Shadowy figures can be seen amidst the landscape. However, something in the stars catches your interest. So this symbol means we do a test. And so there you go. You can see now the test. So we are testing law, and Father Matteo, me, has a law value of 4. So I get to roll 4 die. So let's see what happens when I roll 4 die. And I get 3 successes. So I put those successes into there and we click confirm. You identify several of the specks of light in the sky as planets. They are all occupying the same section of the sky, as if coming into alignment, not unlike the planets in the sky. Beneath the painting, a plaque reads, "In memory of Lilith Vanderbilt. Gain 2 clues, then discard this search token." Ooh, Father Matteo has lots of clues now. So that search token goes out. So we've moved and we've done our 2 actions. So that's the end of his turn. So then I think we might barricade this just because I don't know. So I'm spending an action to barricade. So we move that in front. I think that's what it said. As an action, any space, in a space containing a barricade, may move the barricade against the door. As an action, investigator may attempt to move a barricade on the other side of block 2. Yes, so that's right. So he's done that. And then I will use my free move. No, I will use an action, my other action, to move here. And then let me just check this one. Yes, so I can just reveal this. It doesn't cost me an action because there is no action symbol here. And I do not have another action, so I'm going to reveal. The hall continues from the bathroom hall towards the sides of the mansion. Place hall end tile as indicated and discard all explore or site tokens leading to it. So we need to find hall end, which has got a carpet on it. Nope, not that one. Would be the last one. So hall end goes here, and we discard that token. And then it says, someone acting in a hurry has knocked over a stack of papers. Place a search token as indicated. So we place one there. Three doors lead to other rooms of the mansion. Place explore tokens as indicated. So let me just place those. 1, 2, 3. You could use the surrounding furniture to barricade the door should the need arise. Place a barricade as indicated. So we'll place one there, as it says. And that's it. Now, he does have one movement. So I could move into this room, or I could move into this. No, I couldn't move into this bathroom, or can I? Let me look at this. No, well, that will cost an action. So I could move into this room. So I think I will. And so now I've taken 2 actions for both of my investigators. And so we move on. So now let me just go back to here. So you can see full on. And we've ended the investigator phase, yes. The sky becomes blood red, though neither the sun nor moon is visible in the sky. No immediate effect. Okay. We were saved for a turn. Okay, so now Matteo is still here, and we've blocked this door because that seems scary. Whether that was the right thing to do or not, I don't know. So I'm going to use my free move to move here. Now I have 2 actions. Now, don't need to discard horror. Can focus, but I don't know what focus does. Let's look at these 2 here. Let's look at this one going to the bathroom. So we're spending an action here. A wooden plaque marked WC adorns the door to the hall bathroom. Let's have a look. Through the door, you find a small bathroom lined with white tile. Discard this explore token. Between the porcelain toilet and the sink, a small wooden cabinet sits against the wall. Place a search token as indicated. You may move one space into the explored area. Sure. So we do have another action, so I think I will just... A wooden cabinet sits against the bathroom. Let's search. We try the drawer, but the warped wood has left it stuck shut. So we are testing strength, and Mateo's strength is 3. We both have 3 actually, which is, I guess, not amazing. Very middling strength. So yeah, we test for 3. So we roll 3 of our die. Wow, we got 3 successes. So we're going to open that. With a powerful tug, you open the drawer. Inside, you find an item that looks like it has been sitting there for quite some time. Gain the bandages, common item, then discard the search tokens. So, bandages. So we just look through this pile of cards. Bandages. And what do they do? Action, discard up to 2 face down damage, then discard this card. Okay. So that's good because we only have 6 life. So that was our second action. So now we're over to Carson Sinclair, who is in this room here. We could look through that door, but I'm more interested in going over here, I think. Or shall we look at that one? I could always look at this one and then use my free move and then look at another one. A wood plaque marked library is fastened to the center of the door. I'd like to go to the library. Explore. Woo! The door creaks on its hinges as you push it open to reveal the library. Bookshelves line the walls. Discard the explore token and place the library tile and a wall as indicated. Can we move? No, we can't. That's the only thing I would say is you can't actually see very well. Anyway, minor complaint. The library. I remember seeing this one. There we go. So we're going to go off the top of the screen. Which way round is it? This way round. So let's just help by moving all this down a little bit. But we will also move out. That's as far as we can move. So discard the explore token. Yep. And a wall as indicated. We'll just put that one there. A pile of research materials that have been recently used sits on a small wooden desk. Place a search token as indicated. So I think you can just about see that. A robed figure is pushing a bookshelf back into place. Place a search token as indicated. Oof. Oh, so it should be a bookshelf. I'm going to do that. Because I've got one there. The robed figure draws out a strange idol and begins chanting. Before your very eyes, a terrifying creature appears out of thin air. The cult member speaks some words to it in a strange language, but the creature turns on him, tearing him to pieces before your eyes. spawn a deep one in the library as indicated, then suffer 2 horror. Oh, so I need to find a deep one. Here we go. Here is a deep one. So let me just... So deep ones, I can't remember the numbers, I will find out. On the back it says, aquatic, this monster can move through impassable borders that represent water. It is some terrible and powerful fusion of fish and human being, croaking, hopping with deadly teeth and claws. So we put that one there. I'll show you. Then suffer 2 horror, and it says that will negates this. So Carson has a will of 3, so we roll these die, and he has 1 success, and you can spend a clue token, which you will do, to stop that horror. So we don't suffer any horror. You may move 1 space into the explored area. I just need to... have a look. I don't have any weapons here, so I think that Father Matteo needs to do the attacking here. I could be wrong, so I'm not going to move into the space. The only thing is, I guess that deep one could maybe attack me. I have only spent 1 action. So I think what I could do is, because I have a kerosene lantern, I could set fire. Fire is a feature that is harmful to investigators and monsters. Whenever an investigator moves into a space containing fire, after an investigator is in a space containing fire, set fire action. An investigator can place fire in his space or an adjacent space by performing the set fire action. Fire cannot be placed in a space that contains fire. So let's look at the set fire action, just to be sure I'm doing this right. An investigator can perform this action only if he has a light source. Fire cannot be placed in a space that contains fire. When an investigator performs the set fire action, if there is not already fire on the board, he should select the set fire option from the in-game menu. Yes, so we'll continue there. And I am going to set fire, and I'm going to set fire in an adjacent space. So in here. And so I think I have to set fire. So the app knows now that I've set fire. And that's because if that monster moves, whenever a monster starts its activation in a space containing fire or moves into a space containing fire, it suffers 1 damage. So that's good. I need to find out I can't remember which one. I think that creature has 3 life, but or it might be in the app actually. I think it does it in the app, yeah. So that's fine. So I do have... No, I used my extra action I explored and then I set fire, and I haven't. I don't think I've moved one yet, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stay there. So we have both taken our 2 actions and move. So let's continue and end the investigator phase. The fire spreads out of control. Place fire in an adjacent space to a space containing the fire. So I'm going to place it in the creature's space. A sudden sharp crack and a slam sound out, making Carson Sinclair jump. Carson Sinclair suffers 1 face-down horror, and again, willpower will negate it. So let's just roll. He has 3 will, so we'll roll 3 die. And he can negate it, but I think I might just take it. So he takes 1 horror, and it's face down. So these are the horror and the injury cards. So they can, usually, if it doesn't say face down, we will have them the other way, and they will perhaps do something, which is kind of cool. You hear a blood-curdling scream and the sound of tearing flesh from another room, and then silence. You have the feeling you are too late to save the butler. Each investigator suffers 2 horror. Wow. Okay, so let's go show you the investigators. So I'll suffer 2 horror first. So this time we reveal them face up. And this one says, minor shock. Your heart races and your breath catches you in the throat. Resolve immediately. No additional effect. Flip this card face down. So it goes face down. So now we have 1 horror. And then we do another one. Kleptomania. You do not understand why you need to keep stealing things, but you cannot help yourself. Keep face up. So this says, whenever you end your turn in a space with another investigator, take 1 item at random from another investigator in your space. Wow, okay. And this also contributes to our horror of 8. So even though it's face up, it is still horror. And then Carson is going to take 2. So claustrophobia. It is too close in here, too tight. You cannot breathe. You must get open air. Keep face up. Whenever you end your turn within range of 2 or fewer spaces, within range of 2 or fewer spaces, suffer 1 face down horror. I don't understand that. Yeah. People have questioned it, not surprisingly. I see. Okay. Okay. So what it means is, within range, which is 3 of 2 or fewer spaces. Yeah, not sure I quite understand that, but I'm going to keep going anyway. So oh no, and we need another horror for Carson. Your heart races and your breath catches in your throat. No additional flip this card down. So Carson now has 3 horror. Oh goodness me. A creature bursts into the lobby from the direction of the scream. If the door is blocked by a barricade, discard the barricade. It is. The creature's black serpentine body shifts and changes, playing tricks on your eyes as you try to focus on it. The creature unfurls its leathery wings and unleashes a blood-curdling screech. Spawn a hunting horror as indicated. Okay. Let me find a hunting horror. One of these big bad boys in this space. The deep one moves up to 2 spaces to be in a space with as many investigators as possible. Then it attacks each investigator in its space. So it's going to, so it starts, the monster will attack because it can move into Carson's space. Creature hunkers down and croaks, and a crushing wave of seawater erupts from nowhere. Suffer 2 face-down damage. 2, so it is in this space now. It should have suffered damage with that fire, though. Anyway. Strength evades this 2 face-down damage. So Carson has 3 strength. So we roll these dice. And yes, so I can evade both of that damage. Yeah, that fire, I don't know how that fire should have worked then. I don't seem to be able to select anything. The hunting horror moves 3 spaces towards the investigator within range who has suffered the most damage. Then it attacks the investigator. Well, no one suffered damage. 1, 2, so it will move, let's say it moves in to attack me. So the monster attacks. The creature seems to smell your blood and emits an ear-piercing shriek before slamming its leathery body into yours. And we do a strength test. So we have to get 2. And we can only get 1. If you pass, no. If you fail, you scream in pain as old wounds reopen, suffer 2 face-down damage. Then flip 2 damage face up. Wow. So 1, 2 face-down damage, and then 2 face up. 1. After the splitting pain and partial deafness, you find that your balance is off. Keep face up. Roll 1 fewer die when resolving agility tests. And another one. Only flesh wound, no additional effect. Flip this card face down. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So we've got 4 damage now. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range with the highest horror rating. After all horror checks have been resolved, tap the end phase button to continue. Right, I can't remember how to do horror checks. So let's see. Each investigator rolls a horror check against only the monster with the highest horror rating. If no monsters are within range of an investigator, he does not resolve a horror check. So we're both within range. So horror checks. Okay, that doesn't tell us how to do a horror check. During the horror step, he does so by following this. Determine the monster. The investigator must resolve a horror check against only the monster within range with the highest horror rating. And I think this number is the horror rating, so the lower one. Sorry, the lower number on this thing, which is 6 for this one. 1, 2, 3, and this one is in range of both of them. Okay. So we do a horror check against this one. And I believe they both do the same horror check. So black ichor runs over the monster's teeth, pooling in the ground as it tastes the air. So we do, we both do a will check. So Father Mateo rolls 5 die. And we only need to get 2, and we've rolled 2. So Father Mateo is fine. And then Carson rolls 3. And he does not get 2. Ugh. So we suffer 3 horror. And that is face-up horror. No additional effects. Just startled, you stagger backward in alarm, resolve immediately, no effect, discard this card. So we shuffle it back into the deck. Poor old Carson. And that's lucky, because that would have... he wouldn't have died, but... Absolute terror. Suffer 1 additional face-down horror, then flip this card face down. Oh no, so we have got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. So when that happens, let me just look in my other book. Insane. When an investigator has suffered horror where the face up or face down equal to his sanity, the investigator becomes insane. When an investigator becomes insane, he gains an insane condition and discards all his face down horror cards. He reads the back of this condition, but he cannot reveal the back of the card. Might alter, yeah, so, okay. So we discard all these face down ones, so we still have these 2 horror cards. Oh, that should have been face down as well. So that goes away. So we get a horror card where I can't remember where they are. Oh, we get one of these, sorry. Yeah, an insane card. So next time we get 6 horror, we're dead. And suspicious, your friends glance at you, distrust in their eyes. No effect, you win or lose the game as normal. Okay. So we'll keep that there, and we've got 1 horror. And that's the end of the horror check. But also, I feel like this chap, this deep one, walked through 2 fire. Okay. So I need to do, I don't know why I couldn't do this, but they suffered 2 damage. Yeah. And their life is 5 apparently, so not what it says on the actual thing. Okay, so it's our turn now. I need to attack, don't I? But we have other... So I got 2 horror. I can use bandages as an action. This is me, Father Matteo. Or we could attack twice, of course. I think I'm going to use my bandages to discard up to 2 face down damage. Yeah, so this goes back here, and we discard 2 of these. And that's one of our actions. And then I will attack this hunting horror. It has 5 life as well. So I'm attacking it with a heavy weapon. The terrible reality of the creature strikes you and you freeze. You struggle to even move, much less attack. So we do a willpower check. We've got to get 2. And we did get 2. If you pass, you snap out of your stupor and swing your weapon. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result. So that is 4. So that's done. That was our 2 actions. Now we can move, but I'm not sure. I think we can move and do an evade, but whether it's worth it or whether we should just stay there. Let's check evade. If an investigator in a monster space attempts to move out of the monster space voluntarily, the investigator must evade only the monster in his space with the highest awareness, the green value in the top right corner of the monster token. So their awareness is 5. Yeah, so I could do that, but is it worth it? Where I might suffer more damage. No, I think I'm going to stop. So it's now Carson's go. So Carson needs to be careful of horror, but I think we've got to attack. I could... Let's do an attack and see what happens. I have no weapon. So... Could be dangerous, but I just don't know. So, Carson's going to attack the... the cursed one? What's it called? The deep one. It's already got 2 damage because of fire. So let's attack. What type of weapon will you attack with? Attack unarmed. Your enemy's attacks are quick and relentless. You focus on evading the strikes and search for an opening to begin your counter-attack. So we do an observation. We got to get 2 and we're rolling 5. Yes, we got 4. If you pass, you strike while your foe is off balance and it stumbles and collapses under the weight of your blows. The monster suffers 2 damage. Oh, that's a shame. Not enough. So that was our first attack. And we could attack again. And I think I should try it. So let's do a second attack. And it's the same again, so we have to get 2. Please get 2, please get 2. Yes, we got 4. Suffers 2 damage. So we kill that monster. So they die. Which is good. Well done, Carson. Good observation, you see. And that was his second attack. Now he can move, and I think he will move. I'm going to use my extra move to move over there, just in case this fire spreads. Maybe I'll have to put out fire next turn. So we're both taking our goes. So we're already in the mythos phase. The fire spreads out of control. Place fire in a space adjacent to a space containing fire. There we go. Whispered voices drift through the halls. Father Matteo glances about anxiously, looking for where the sounds could be coming from. While distracted, he walks face first into a wall. Father Matteo suffers 1 face down damage. I mean, you know, I wasn't looking at these. Whenever you end your turn within range 2 of fused bases, suffer 1 face down horror. I really don't know what that claustrophobia means, so I'm just going to kind of pretend it doesn't exist. The hunting horror moves 3 spaces towards the investigator within range with the lowest strength. Then it attacks. So we both have the same strength. So it's just going to attack me, Father Matteo, again. After swooping around your head in bewildering patterns, the creature lashes out with a series of stinger-tipped tails. Suffer 3 face-down damage. Agility +1, so that means we roll an extra die as well. Suffer 3 face-down damage. Agility +1 negates. This is Father Matteo. I've got a lot of clue tokens. Yeah, so I can spend a clue token to negate that completely. The stinger appears to deliver a noxious poison. If you suffer 1 or more damage, become dazed. If you suffer 2 or more damage, become stunned. No, none of that is happening. This big, nasty monster. Psh. Rubbish. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range with the highest horror rating after all horror checks have been resolved. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3. We're both still in range of this blooming thing. Okay. so let's do Matteo first. Bracing its body against the ground, the abdominal heaves and coughs and vomits in an unending torrent of blood. The coppery smell overwhelms you. We do a willpower check, which we have 5. And we get 2, so we needed 2. If you pass, you suffer only mild nausea, suffer 1 face-down horror, and become dazed. Ooh. So now we have 3 face-down horror, and we become dazed. You cannot spend clues to convert dice results or perform additional puzzle steps. At the end of your turn, discard this card. I'm going to put that over my things. Okay. Oh, and I have to do that, oh goodness, for Carson as well. So he does 3. I'll just do this one. The creature latches on to its surroundings, tearing them apart. 3 if you 3 willpower. If you pass, we've got to get 3. You lose your nerve and scream, suffering the beast's attention, suffer 2 horror. No. We get 2 horror. Ooh. Minor shock, no additional. Flip this card face down. Nyctophobia. You are not afraid of the darkness exactly, but you are afraid of what the darkness might be concealing. Whenever you end your turn in a space with darkness, suffer 1 face down horror. Okay, so we've got 3 horror now. We only need 6 to die. And we continue. And we end the mythos phase. So it's our investigator phase again. Right, so I am going to use Matteo. You can't spend clues to convert dice results. What I'm going to do first is Carson. I don't know if this will help me, but Carson is going to use you or another investigator within range become focused. So I'm going to use that on Matteo. And focused, it says you may discard this card to convert all clues to successes while resolving this test. And I'm going to say that focused overrides days. Whether that is true or not, I don't know. So that's my 1. And then putting out fire. An investigator may attempt to extinguish the flames by testing his agility. For each success he rolls, he may discard fire from his space or a space he moves into later during the round. Yeah, so it's keep forgetting. Fire, it's an Agility test. Oh, he doesn't have good agility though, Carson. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to investigate this for my second action. Let's have a look. Amidst the mundane paperwork, you find a weathered page covered in a strange script. Someone has scrawled a note in English across the top of the page. Speak these words for great power. Recite the script or return the papers. Let's do it. The eldritch words take on a life of their own as you speak them, reshaping your mind with new understanding of the script you are looking at. The lights flicker and you hear a whisper in your ear. Power comes with a price. Gain the withered spell, then discard this search token. Okay. So the wither spell is... Oh! It's an attack. As the spell takes effect, the victim's body withers and mummifies. Excellent. Oh, so we remove that token. And that's Carson's too. So I think Matteo is going to attack first. So we're going to attack. We only need to do one. Please let that happen. And we are again attacking with a heavy weapon. You have a heavy weapon up and let it fall, allowing its weight to do most of the work. So we do a strength. No, this is dangerous. Well, we've got our focused. Yeah, we did get 2 successes actually. We don't need to worry about that. If you pass, you connect with a crushing blow, the monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage. So that's 2. So we've killed that monster. Ha ha! So now we have one more action. And I think instead of investigating, I'm going to use my King James Bible. You or another investigator within range may discard 1 face down horror. So I'm going to discard Carson's face down horror. And then I can move 1 space. But I think I want to investigate there afterwards. So my dazed is done. Goes back at the end. Goes back in there. Must remember my focused. And Carson has an action where he can give his action to someone else. So I could have given my action to myself. Carson could have given my action to myself. Okay, so we're already at the end of our phase. But we've dealt with the monsters. So here we are with the Mythos phase. The fire spreads out of control. Place a fire in a space adjacent to a space containing fire. Yeah, so I'm going to move it. I wish I hadn't put this fire out now. This way. Whispered voices drift down the halls. Their chanting becomes louder and louder. Carson Sinclair covers his ears and starts banging his head against the wall to get the voices out. Carson Sinclair suffers 1 face down damage and 1 horror. And willpower test negates this. And he gets no. So face down damage. And 1 horror. Oof. All your hearts race and your abundant. No effect. And we flip this over. So he has 3 horror now. And it's our phase. Okay. Oh, I could have discarded my kerosene lantern to do... So I think Matteo is going to do an agility check of 3 because I want to try and move and put some of this fire out. But first I'm going to investigate. So I'm going to... Oh, I've done that already. Yes, I did that. So I don't need to investigate. So I could have moved there, but then I would take some damage. So yes, I'm going to do what they call extinguishing fire. As an action, investigator may attempt to extinguish flames by testing agility. For each success he rolls, he may discard fire from a space or he moves into later in the round. Yes. So I'm going to do that check, and it's 3. Ooh. And I got 2. Okay. And then I will move. So I can move 2, so I'll go 1, 2, so I can get rid of those 2 fire. And actually, I will move 1 because we can split movement up. So can I? No, I can't do that, can I? Because I don't have... This is my second action, so yeah, I'll do that. And then I do have my extra 1. So maybe I will move into this space with Carson. No, I won't, because I have my kleptomania, which I would take something from Carson, and I don't really want to do that. So that's that. And then Carson could do an agility check as well, but his agility is only 2. Let's do it, because I want to put this fire out. Oh, and he gets 2 successes. So I can actually put this fire out now, because I will do a move action, and I'll go 1, 2, which puts the fire out. But then I have my extra move, so I'll go here, which takes that fire out as well. So then I just have to tell the app. Oh, no, I don't have to tell the app now. Hopefully it will know, and that's the end of our phase. So we go back to the mythos phase. The fire has been extinguished. A cacophony of creaks and knocks erupts all around you. This mythos event affects the investigator with the lowest law. That we both have the same law. The sound is unnerving, and you fear what you could be causing is causing it. Check of 2. So I'm guessing one of us will do that. So I will say I will do it because I get to roll 5 die. I have to get 2 successes. And I got 3. If you pass, the sound must be the vermin in the walls. Okay, that's fine. So we've avoided that. A robed figure bursts into the entrance hall and yells, "There's someone here." You hear a muffled response from another part of the estate. Get rid of them. Spawn a cultist as indicated. So, need a cultist. So here we have a cultist, and they are coming in here. I thought we'd been alone for too long. Continue. The cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. 1, 2, so it gets to be with me. Hello. Then it attacks the investigator in its space who has suffered the least damage. Well, it's only me. The monster attacks. The cultist gazes into your eyes and flourishes a knife. For a brief moment, you feel as if your souls are linked. As the knife cuts into the cultist's flesh, you feel matching wounds tear open across your body. Suffer 3 face-down damage, and we can use willpower, which is 5, but we're rolling 4. So let's see. And we do 1, 2, and I can use a clue token. The monster suffers 1 damage for each damage you suffered, but I haven't suffered any damage. I don't want to because I've got 3 damage. So they don't suffer any damage. We continue. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against a monster within range. Yes, so we're both in range of the cultist. Horror checks. I'm just going to check horror checks again. Horror checks. Each investigator resolves a horror check against the monster within range with the highest. If an investigator is not within range, the monster does not resolve and resolves the effect as instructed. It's not clear, so let me just have a little check. Horror checks. Can someone explain exactly how horror checks work? Yeah. So. Excuse me while I investigate. Yeah, we resolved the same horror check. That is what I thought I had seen. So that's good. Confirm. The cultist raises a hand and one of your items transforms into a deadly viper. So we're doing a 2 observation. Which is bad news for Father Matteo because he only rolls 2 for observation. And he gets 1 success, so he fails. If you fail, you fling the object away. Drop 1 random item in an adjacent space. So these are my items. So I'll drop that there. So it's my Bible. And Carson has 5 observation. And yeah, passes that test. So we've done horror checks. Back to investigating. Oh, sorry, you didn't see those rolls, but believe me. Believe what went down. Okay, what are we going to do? I think we've got to attack this cultist, haven't we? Matteo has to. So we will. And we have our crowbar. You heave your weapon over your head and down on your foe in the wildest possible swing. Strength check. And we get 2. Yeah, we passed. The weapon crashes into your enemy. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test results. So that is 4. So there you are. No more. Oh, the card just fell out. So that was our first. And then we will move 1. And I think we can... I don't think it's an action just to collect. I can't imagine it is. I can't imagine it is. I'm just going to pick it up. I might be playing some rules wrong here, and forgive me if I am. But for sake of, time, I will do that. So we're going to look at one of these doors. Shall we look at this one? It all leads to a large front room of the mansion. Ooh. You swing the door open in the warmly lit lounge. Large plush chairs and sofas decorate the lavish sitting room, and a small bar stocked with bootlegged liquor is tucked into the corner next to the east door. Place the lounge tile as indicated. So, the lounge tile. That's the lounge tile. So we're just going to have to move damage for Matteo. And this goes here. Oops. Very nice. And discard any explore tokens leading to it. So it's just that one. Behind the bar, a large chest catches your eye. Place a search token. So behind the bar, a large wooden table stands against the wall beneath the portrait of a stern-looking man. Place a search token as indicated. A small wooden desk stacked with books and other items stands against one wall. Among the items, you spot something useful. Place the candle's common item as indicated. So, candles. Here. You may move 1 space into the explored area. Certainly, I would love to. Okay, so that is the end of Matteo's go. So let's have a look up here. What was this? Peering behind the bookshelf, the robed figure was moving. You see runic circles inscribed into the wall. Well, I think I've got to look at that. Is there anything else I want to do? 1, 2, 3. We're not in range of each other anymore, so. You push aside the shelf and attempt to decipher the strange ritual markings on the wall. Tap to attempt the puzzle using law. I have 4 law. So let's just make sure with puzzles. Slide puzzle. Puzzles. Determine puzzle sets. The investigator determines the maximum number of steps he is allowed to perform, which is equal to the printed value of the indicated skill. Some effects allow the investigator to perform additional puzzle actions. Okay, so the skill, I can do 4 of these. You may spend any number of extra clues. Yeah, okay, so I don't have to roll anything. I can just do 4. No, I guess I've got to get this in the right spot. And I think we can swap. Let's see now. That must go there, surely. No, maybe not. I think this must go around the outside, right? This sort of... Oh, there are handprints. Oh, we can swap them, okay. Trying to work out. Oh, we can only move them. Okay. That one fits with that one. That one must go there. Yeah. And this one must go there. Oh no, it doesn't. I've only got one move left. Oh, it's like a pentacle, isn't it, in the middle? But where does that one go? I think that one must go there. Ooh. Okay, that's my number of moves. That was bad. So that was that one. So I could do that again. I will. So we've got another 4 moves. Yeah, that goes there. And this one goes there. This one goes there, definitely. I bet I could have done this in like so many less moves. This must go down here. Okay, so that's my 2 moves. My 2 actions, I'm not gonna move anymore. So we have done all our actions. The earth shakes, the walls rattle, and pieces of the ceiling fall in. This mythos event affects each investigator in the lounge. Okay, so that's Matteo. You are struck by several falling pieces of debris, suffer 1 face down damage. Okay, so Matteo has 3 damage. So he's up to 4 damage now. Okay. So I think I'm going to have another go at this. Another go at this clue puzzle. Okay. So those are in the right place. This one. Ooh. Okay, I need to swap these 2 over. Can I do that in 1, 2, 3? Oh, goodness me. This is going to take longer than it should have. So I'm going to go again. I'm just going to keep doing this. So these 2 need to swap over, don't they? Because everything else is in the right place. 1, 2, 3, 4. So many turns. Okay, so we are going down to Matteo, and what was this clue? The table is covered in random parts of the table's drawers left ajar and is likewise filled with various documents. Do we need the candles? No, I don't think so. I'm going to investigate this one. You dig through the dense paperwork cluttering the desk, looking for anything interesting. So we're doing an observation check, which is just 2 dice. And we get 2 successes. Oops. Pretty good. So 2. As you shuffle through the seemingly endless paperwork covering the desk, you spot a weathered journal that looks out of place amidst the mundane clutter. The cover of the journal is marked Lilith Vanderbilt. Gain the old journal unique item and discover this search token. And discard this search token, sorry. So, old journal. There we go. So, the investigator holding the old journal can read through its entries by interacting with it in the app. Okay. So let's have a look at this. Ah, right, it's an action. Well, that's fine. We've got another action. The Journal of Lilith Vanderbilt. The pages are torn and frayed from hard use. So let's read. You turn to an entry from several years ago. William has gotten increasingly secretive since he started that astronomy association. He has been working on some secret project in the yard and even installed a lock and alarm to keep people out. What he does not know is that I have found the switch he installed in the secret room behind the library. Ooh! I can use it to unlock the door to the yard when he is gone. We gain a clue. So we know that Carson is up in the library. You can continue reading as an action. No, we have no more actions. Okay, so we can keep doing that. Now we have our one extra move, so I will move into here to look behind that bar. And that is the end of the investigator phase. So let's go and have a look at the mythos. A spell leaps unbidden into your mind. This mythos event affects the investigator with the lowest will, and that is Carson. You attempt to decipher the spell. If you pass, you realize casting it would be a terrible idea. Okay, so Carson has a law of 4. So let's see. He's got to get 1 only. He gets 2. If you pass, you realize casting it would be a terrible idea. Yep. So that's fine. No, okay. So let's go back to Carson. Let's do another attempt. And I think it's just these 2. Yes. Ooh, puzzle completed. Seeing a pattern of overlapping circles, you trace a continuous line through the winding markings. The runes illuminate with a strange green light and a wall panel pops open. Excuse me. Revealing a secret door to a hidden study behind the wall. Gain 1 clue. That's good because I'm not adding clues for ages. Then discard the search token and wall. This is the place we were just talking about. Secret panel in the wall slides open noiselessly and you peer into a hidden office. Place the study tile and a wall as indicated. Okay, study. Is that the study? No. There we go. That's the... No, that's not the study. It's the last one. So we place the study tile here. And there's a wall there. Yeah, so no door. A bookshelf filled with frightening objects is mounted on the opposite wall. Place a search token as indicated. An oak desk sits on the other side of the room. Place a search token. You may move one space into the explored area. Now, I know... Well, maybe that was a secret passage. But I think I want to investigate this other thing, so I'm not going to move in yet. I'm going to use my other action to investigate here, and I can use my special move. A large scroll showing the solar system is sprawled across a pile of books. Shall I look at that? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to use... Yeah, I will look at it. The scroll is marked with the orbits of the 8 planets. A straight line is drawn out across them from the sun, marked with today's date and the words planetary alignment. Game 1 clue. Nice. Then discard the search token. Yeah, some stuff is going down today. Okay, so that's the end of that. And oh, he does have one move, so I will move into that room. And then Matteo is going to investigate here. A large chest is tucked behind the wall. What's in the chest? You move to open the chest but find it locked with a heavy padlock. The device is sturdy, but you believe you could pick the lock. Tap to attempt the puzzle using observations. We'd only have 2. But we might as well. Let's give it a try. Okay, so with these puzzles... oh, let me look at the other book. Let's go to full screen for this. Oh, I was looking at the right book. Each lock in the puzzle has 2 attributes: length, either. The goal is visually distinct from the other pieces. As a puzzle... Yeah, so basically we've got to get this distinct piece here over here. And we can move each piece for 1, basically. So I need to move this down, certainly, and move that across, and maybe move that up. So maybe if I move this and move this, that's my 2 moves. It's going to take me a few goes to do that. So that was my second action. And I can't do anything else. And so that is the end of the investigator phase. I'm taking quite a long time, I think. Creatures fill the air, wispy and floating aimlessly. This mythos event affects each investigator in the lounge. So that is Matteo again. Trying to catch them is tempting, but the capricious wisps evade capture. So we're doing a will, which we have 5. And we got 2, so that we pass. The tiny beings fade from your existence. Phew. Oh. A robed figure appears from a side door and begins searching around. Upon seeing signs of other people, the figure yells, "There is someone here." You hear a muffled response from another part of the estate. "Get rid of them. Spawn a cultist in the indicated, as indicated." Not another one. So, cultist appears here. The cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. So, now, question. I think that is a door now, isn't it? I can't remember. I think it can come in here. So 1, 2. Oh. I just want to check. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing it right. I think this one is heading towards, because it's said with the least damage. So I think it's going to move this way. So we have to resolve a horror check. So that is only, this cultist is only within range of Matteo. The cultist whispers a message that only you can hear. Your friends seek to slay you. And we do a 1 willpower check. And we pass that. So we ignore it. And that's the end of the mythos phase. So now let's do, let's Matteo can do some more. So we can move this, move that. And then we will do another one as well. So we've completed that and we unlock this chest. Pick it. You hear an audible click and the padlock opens. Inside the chest you find a grotesque statuette of an octopoid dragon and something else that might be of use. Gain the lucky cigarette case common item. Lucky cigarette case. And the grotesque stone unique item. And 1 clue. Lovely. Then discard the search token. So, We have these two. Lucky cigarette case. Once per round, you may convert a clue to a success. We've got lots of things here. And grotesque stone. Thousands of years seem to be recorded in the statue's dim and greenish surface of unrecognizable stone. Okay, so... And then we do have one move, and so I think... I will move... Which way? Yeah, I think I'll move back here. Oh, yeah, so I've moved back over here with my extra move. And then we're going up to... I nearly called him Donald then, Carson. So let's look at this. What was this? The shelf is lined with curiosities from the mundane to the horrifying. As you scan over the various items, your eyes fall on an urn marked Lilith Vanderbilt, 1856 to 1925. You pick up the urn and find it filled with ashes. Oh, smash the urn? Could be something inside it. I don't know. There's been nothing to say. I think... I'll leave it for now. Let's just have a look at this other. Scuff marks on the floor that indicate it is regularly moved. Yeah, that's going to be the secret passage. Oh, let's smash these. I mean, you know, in for a penny. You smash the urn on a cloud of ash and broken porcelain. The room seems to chill as you find an object amidst the ashes. As you pick it up, you hear the sound of a woman weeping. Gain the holy water common item, then discard this search token. There's a holy cross. Holy water. And holy water, discard one horror and become focused, then discard this card. That's quite good. So yeah, we discard that search token and we've done that. And then we can continue, and I think I will move in here and I will use my holy water. Discard one horror. It doesn't say face down horror, it says one horror. So I'm going to get rid of the nyctophobia. And we get a focused as well. Do. And so we did that, and then we moved in there, and then we can look at this, can't we? Yeah, that's right. The oak desk has been kept in good condition, but you notice scuff marks on the floor that indicate it is regularly moved. So let's search. You drag the desk away from the wall and look behind it. A small alcove in the wall holds a switch that looks newer than the surrounding structure. As you pull the lever, you hear a click from the other side of the wall out in the hallway. Gain one clue. Ah. Okay. It didn't say remove that, but that's going to be the secret passage. And Matteo is coming up that way, actually. So that's my two actions and my extra move. And Matteo has gone this turn as well. So now we move on to the next mythos phase, When the scream begins, you believe it to be a human being crying out in fear. By the time the last echoes die, you can only conclude it is some sort of wild beast, far closer than you would like. Each investigator suffers one face-down horror. So Carson's up to 3 horror, and Matteo just has 1. The cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, then it attacks the investigator in its space with the lowest. Yeah, so it should have really attacked him, but you know, towards the nearest investigator. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going towards me. 1, 2. But there's no investigator in that space. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range with the highest horror rating. So that's just me again. Matteo. The cultist snickers, and you realise you have stepped within a glyph etched into the ground. It glows red as you study the symbols. Suffer 1 face-down damage and 1 face-down horror. But law negates this, and it's a +1 law, and I have 4, so I'm rolling 5. And I get 2 successes, so we negate both of those. And that is the end of the mythos phase. Right. So really Carson needs to hightail it back this way. And I'm thinking if he does that, 1, 2, 1, 2, he can actually help. He can't really help. So let's do me first. So I'm just going to use my free move to move in to the space of the cultist. And I have this focused as well. And this lucky cigarette case. So I am going to attack this cultist. And I have my crowbar, my heavy weapon. You drive your weapon into the opponent's chest, then follow up with a series of swings to the head and shoulders. So I'm doing a strength +1, so that's 4 dice. And I do 1 damage. So I just do 1 damage to the cultist. But then I can attack again, so I will attack again with a heavy weapon. As you swing at your foe, the sweat on your palms threatens to lose the weapon from your grasp. So we have to do an attack with a strength test, and we get no results. So we failed. If you fail, the attack falls apart as all your attention turns to maintaining your grip on your weapon. So we missed. Darn. Okay. That was not good. And now Carson is going to move 1, 2. I should have discarded this holy water. My mistake. Can't really do anything. So I think I'm just going to move 1, 2. And maybe move into the space. And guys, I am coming up to 2 hours. So I think what I'm going to do is, I may be, you know, close to the end, but I'm not super close to dying. So I think what I'm going to do is pause here and then probably come back to this tomorrow. Yeah, because I can play tomorrow. So I will schedule in another of these. And we will go to the mythos phase next. So I think what I can do is save and quit. Just to show you. Save and quit, save progress and quit the game. Confirm. There we go. So guys, that was my first part of playing through Mansions of Madness, which should take an hour to 90 minutes. But, you know, it's my first sort of time learning it as well and all that sort of thing. So, but thank you. If you're still watching this, please like, comment and subscribe, and come back tomorrow for part 2 of Mansions of Madness. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.